it's only right, for you to come back and finish it in Denver. Become top 5 all time in sacks in Denver. Pass DeMarcus Ware in Denver.
I only need 3 more sacks, so it's not like I got to come and play 60% of the plays out there. I can come in. I'm good with coming off the bench. I'm not going to be cheap, but I can be bought. We can figure that out. Still don't have to pay Bo Nix. And then I think what I'm able to bring to the team outside of rushing the passer, the camaraderie element of it, the spirit, the core, the energy. This Broncos team is going to be ready to go next year. And I think that's when you plug in Von Miller, I'll be able to guide and get the guys ready to go for each and every game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the No Lie Zone here in San Francisco, California, home of where Aqib won a Super Bowl 10 years ago. And
Deja vu in here, man.
Yeah, and we got a star-studded show today, some awesome guests, lots of Super Bowl rings here on the set with us. Big shout out to Underdog Fantasy for presenting the show. Make sure you get over there, use that code NLZ. But man, this has got to feel pretty great for you to be here.
Feel great, man. It's like I said, deja vu being in the city, man. Seeing all the guys, feeling all the vibes, man. I hope it's a pretty good game.
I do too. Y'all should have seen it when we walked in here. We're the closest set on Radio Row, so you don't have to even go through any of Radio Row. It took us about 15 minutes to get from the door to here because everyone wanted to come say what up to you.
Hey, man, that's what Radio Row is about. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody, you say what's up. You don't let them make it at Radio Row. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say something, you want a picture, you ask. So, I'm just doing what everybody else doing.
I love it. All right, well, without further ado, let's bring on our first guests here, some people that you guys will recognize very closely. Hey, man, I've been trying to get these people, come over here, hang out all week. No one comes. Aqib Talib sits down. All of a sudden,
he's my guys.
He got that effect.
He's my guys, right? He's my brothers, man.
He got that effect.
Like, you got friends in the league, then you got your motherfucking brothers. You know what I'm saying? These my brothers right here, man. Appreciate y'all, boy.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for having us.
Man, Super Bowl 50 champion Von Miller joining us. Marcus Peters joining us. Aqib Talib here. What's going on, guys?
Shit, ain't shit, bro. I've been chilling, man. How y'all been, bro? It's always good to see Big Bro and always good to see my other Big Bro.
Yeah.
MP dabbling in that media. How that media life going?
Hey, blood, that media shit, for me, that shit is a little bit stressful, bro. You know what I mean? MP used to talk to motherfuckers a little bit crazy. So to be on the other side of it, man, to be actually doing the shit now, shit, I'm just following in your footsteps, watching you do the shit, man. I mean, you like 8, 9 people, bro. You gonna get into this shit, bro.
Yeah. I'm telling
it's
you,
easy.
I'm telling you, got to.
I remember when the media Aqib Talib was born. You might not remember.
James Brown.
Super Bowl. It was Super Bowl 50.
Nah, I remember.
Media before. It's like we had a media appearance before the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. It's crazy because on your iPhone, you had those memories pop up.
Mm-hmm. James
Brown came over to Aqib Talib, and Aqib was like, hey, give me that mic. I'm going to interview you. And it was born right there. I got that video popped up on my phone as a memory the other day. He tilted his hat to the side.
Hey, then he told me to do a read, right?
Yeah.
Thought he was going to put me on the spot with a little read.
He killed it. First take.
First take. Knock that motherfucker out.
That's when Media Aqib was born. I was right there to witness that.
Nah, real shit. What about you, though, fam? I know you playing next year.
Yeah.
You get 9 sacks. You playing next year.
Yep.
After that, though, you going to dabble? What you going to do, brother?
Man, it's just, some stuff just come naturally.
Yeah.
Like, get in front of the camera and, do this. It's not work this easy. Like,
it's
rushing
easy.
the passer, getting sacks, that's all it work. To get in front of the camera and give my perspective and answer the questions that I want to answer, I think that comes, natural, the same way pass rushing and all the other stuff does.
Yeah.
So, I was just talking to Aqib over here, and he said, Von Miller, best teammate I ever had. If the Broncos have a chance to bring him back, they got to do it.
Yeah.
Why was it?
I'm telling you, man, it's camaraderie is everything in the locker room, right? You got to have somebody who lead the charge in that shit, you know what I'm saying? When I tell you, we had our own goddamn codes to my dog house. I go to the gate 2121. I'm in the crib. Like, he opened his doors to everybody, and that's what really made us be that kind of a college-style vibe type of team, you know what I'm saying? He just know how to do it, man. Yeah. He know how to bring locker rooms together, and that shit is needed. And I say, shit, that might be what, get the Broncos over the hump. They got a great team, right? There's not a lot of guys in there who got that championship pedigree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You put one of them in there, and he gonna show you better than he can tell you what it takes, man.
Man, that's dope, Leap. I don't like to toot my own horn. There's two things that I can roll out of bed and do. That's rushing the passer. I can still do it at 37 years old. And being a great teammate. Like, I take pride in that.
Real
it
shit.
doesn't matter if it's the quarterback on the team, the long snapper, the wide receiver, or my best friend on the team, the kicker. Like, I'm able to just build those relationships. I lead with love. And once you're able to lead with love, then you can pull the most out of your teammates. And all of that stuff shows up on Sundays.
It's only right, for you to come back and finish it in Denver.
Yep.
Become top 5 all time in sacks in Denver. Pass DeMarcus Ware in Denver.
I only need 3 more sacks. So it's not like I got to come and play 60% of the plays out there. I can come in. I'm good with coming off the bench. I'm not going to be cheap, but I can be bought. We can figure that out. Still don't have to pay Bo Nix. And then I think what I'm able to bring to the team outside of rushing the passer, the camaraderie element of it, the spirit, the core, the energy. This Broncos team is going to be ready to go next year. And I think that's when you plug in Von Miller, I'll be able to guide and get the guys ready to go for each and every game.
For sure.
Should Club 58 reopen its doors?
No, we had to change it. If I were able to go back to the Denver Broncos, I think the number 58 is done. I think putting back on 58, it'll be an injustice. Like,
that's gonna be crazy though.
I can't wear 58 no more.
What?
I can't wear it no more. I'm not that same player. Am I still effective? Yes, but I'm not that same player no more.
That's the only Von we know though. You gotta put that 5'8".
I can be 24. Chan Bailey. Chan Bailey.
Hey, you feel me?
Being 24, I was already 24 in DC. I'll be 24 with the Broncos.
Right. All right, MP. These Patriot corners.
They going crazy right now.
They going crazy, man. How you feel about these boys?
And go back to that leadership. They got Carlton Davis. He didn't been there before. You just said he didn't been there before, so he gonna be able to lead him. He gonna be able to guide the secondary of letting them know, hey, like you said, don't make it too much. Let's keep our same routine so that we prepared. Nigga. You feel me? Let's not go out there overhyped. You feel me? I remember you A&P, blood. Don't go out there with that wild shit, man. MP, don't get you a nice little chill down. Go take the first one so you get that out your system. And then go do the second one. You be cool. You feel me? So if they take that approach, man, I think that on both sides though, the Seahawks got some dogs too.
Yeah, they got some dogs too.
Feel me? So I think it's one of them games that we gonna be watching. That man, one of them corners, they make one of them plays, man. That's MVP. You feel me?
Yeah, I like
to the house this game.
Von got a bounce.
Yep. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. It's our real love, man.
I love y'all, man.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta tell you one story real quick. So.
Me? Sorry for me?
No.
It's good. Come on.
All right, brother. Good shit.
When you were playing in KC, I was talking to Aqib, and I don't know if y'all even knew each other then. But
Hell yeah, we did.
Yeah, Cat Daddy Big Breath forever, man.
Hell
He
yeah.
dead locked in.
I slammed my helmet one time. He like, hold on. Let me get that jersey, though. Yeah, here you go, man.
Aqib said, hey, this young boy is nice, but he doesn't watch enough film yet.
Yep.
And that was him. He told me that was him when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So when you all became teammates,
that's just what we did, bro. Hey, see Cat Daddy pick up that pass.
I told him. I used to be on him like, hey, nigga.
Hey,
you better have that thing.
I'm gonna go get it. You feel me? But he knew I knew it though. You feel me? He knew it was, I put in the work, man. Like you said, Cat Daddy big, bro. You feel me? So he gonna lead me down the right path, and I listened to him, and so I picked it up. You feel me? And then you just start seeing it start coming to life for me. You feel me?
MP smart as shit, man. He's smart as shit. He know the game. That's why them picks up.
Yep.
That's why that pick number look like it look. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna tap in. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.
Before we get to our next awesome interview, I got to give a shout out to our friends, our presenting sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Football's biggest game is right around the corner, and you can get in on all the action with Underdog. And if you're not on Underdog yet, first of all, you're missing out. But second of all, you're in luck because you can get $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. And I'm going to give you guys a little play that I think could be a good one this week. We are going higher on Sam Darnold passing yards, which is set at 229.5 passing yards. We are going to go lower on Drake May, which is set at 222.5 passing yards. And we are going to go higher on Stephon Diggs of 50.5 receiving yards. I got a good feeling about that one, but whether you're going with me, which I think is going to be a lot of fun, or you're going with your own, make sure you do it over at Underdog Fantasy. And make sure you use the code NLZ once again to unlock $75 in free fantasy bonus entries when you use a $5 fantasy bonus entry. Get over there, check it out, have a lot of fun with our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. I know I will be for the big game this weekend. And shout out to our friends over at Strawberry Fields out here in California. It makes me miss our friends back there in Colorado at Strawberry Fields because they have locations all over the state. Denver, Pueblo, Trinidad, Downeyville, which is right there on the side of I-70 when you're going up the mountains to ski. And of course, you're gonna wanna swing by our friends over at Strawberry Fields when you're doing that because you want to. I want to, and everyone wants to. That's what makes Strawberry Fields great. So get over there. You can check out their online menu and payment options to skip the line. You're just sitting in traffic on I-70. Go online, get your order ready so you just pop off that little tiny exit in Downeyville, pop into the store, or wherever you are, you can use their online menu. But make sure you check out our friends over at Strawberry Fields when you're in Colorado. And don't forget to use the code DNVR for buy one, get one free on any 2 products. Of course, you're limited to 1 per order, and you must be 21 and over with a valid ID to purchase. Again, go to strawberryfieldscannabis.com to check out all of their great locations. All right, more Super Bowl champions joining the set. We got TJ Ward with us today. Hey, so I've been wanting to ask you this. I forgot to ask you last time you were on. How much is...
I've been wanting to ask you this too.
What's up? I know. What's up? What we got?
How much does tripping on that fumble recovery eat at you?
Man, I was just talking about that on the network, man. I lose sleep over there. I wake up in cold sweats. It's literally. Nah, man, that ground was so slippery, and the ref was coming. And I seen him before I picked it up. I'm like, bro, just don't get in my way, and I got a touchdown. Just scoop it. I'm talking to myself. Just scoop it and score. As soon as I picked it up, I seen him, and he was like this. I'm like, bruh. So I just scooped it, and I took that step, and I slipped, man. It's,
Hey, you know that slip.
2 yards from MVP.
You know that slip was cost you the MVP.
Yeah,
you would have had a pick, you would have had a fumble recovery and a touchdown. There's no way you wasn't getting it.
Yeah, slip cost me the MVP, man. But we still got the chip.
Got
the ring.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's one of those.
I had a slip in that game, cost me a pick.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, bro,
on the jump ball.
The surface was terrible, bro.
Terrible.
Like, Cam, I'm talking about, like, I was in cover 4, whatever we was in. I'm looking right at him. Dude run the post. Oh, he threw it. I'm like, oh, my God, he threw this? As soon as I went to go jump, my feet slid. I didn't even get the jump. I slipped, and then he caught the fucking thing.
Yeah, you definitely would have picked that because
that was easy.
He was running. I think he threw it in cover 4.
Yeah, that's what
I'm like, oh, he threw that?
He threw that.
And I'm running. I'm looking at y'all. I'm looking at Lee. I'm like, oh, Lee about to go get up and get it. So I kind of hunkered down or wait for
you was right there, too.
Yeah. Slid, he caught it. We looked at each other
like,
man,
I was mad as
so
shit.
Yeah,
the turf was,
the
surface was all the way messed up.
It was terrible.
Is it because of like the fog? Like, was it just the marine layer kind of made it like there's a dew on it, or was it because they like replaced it as a brand new surface?
It's the bay, man. The bay, we sit on top of all this water. And that's another reason why they love Candlestick too, because they were sitting on all that moist ass soil. And that's what happened in Santa Clara, man. It's just something underneath that surface just make it super slippery. And probably because it was a new turf too.
Yeah.
Probably it was definitely coming up and all over the place.
Yeah.
TJ, when you kind of like come back here and see all your teammates around and all that, like what sticks out to you? What's your everlasting memory from that week and that game?
Oh, man, everlasting was just the week when we got here. Like when we first touched down in the Bay, we had our little fun the first night. We hunkered down, got ready for the game, but we were so prepared, like mentally. It was just like a somberness to, every practice, pregame, before we hit the field, game day, coming back in the locker room, getting them final little preparation, getting your tape fixed or whatnot, until we hit the field, and it was a show. And the show was on, and then, next thing we know, we played the game, confetti falling. So it's definitely been a run amongst champions, amongst guys that don't have a ring. But it's special, man. I wish we would have been together a little bit longer. I know we could have got multiple rings for sure, but, this one's special regardless, for sure. I think that's our knock, too, man. We're going to be up there with a lot of these defenses or teams because, man, we was like one-hit wonders almost. We was in, came to do a job like some assassins, and we was out. John Wicks.
it is crazy. Like that team was assembled, and then you got everyone's getting paid. Peyton's retiring. It is kind of one of those what ifs, and the Broncos have that too with John Elway. John Elway wins 2 in a row and then sails off.
Yeah.
Like that's another what if what could have been. So
yeah, they quarterback. He John Elway coming back for both years was what did it.
Facts.
See, we talked about that with this Broncos defense right now. So they've been top in the league like 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, shit, Van's coming back. All their pieces really are back. If they go win a Super Bowl and have a top defense, like, they going to go down because they got that longevity. You know what I'm saying? They led the league in sacks this year. And you do one thing that's crazy, you win that chip, they're going to go down as one of the best defenses like ever just because they did it for so long.
And Vance not getting a head coaching job, this is great for us.
I'm telling you.
Him coming back with this defense, because I was kind of worried. I'm like, will they be able to keep that when he was gone? Like, that shit matters. Like, it matters. You could get a D coordinator, but he ain't putting them pieces together the same way Vance did. Same player, same everything. It's just to be a little here, a little there that throw everything off. Like, we had Del Rio one year. We was talking about that. Remember?
We always talk about it.
And it wasn't using the pieces right. We were still good because the pieces gonna do what they do.
Exactly.
But when you turn and put a little here and a little there, it's like you turn up. And that will put us over the top for sure.
But a lot of times, though, like when a team gets put together that quickly, people will say, oh, well, they didn't have time to gel, or they didn't, the chemistry wasn't there because they were also new. How were you guys able to build that chemistry and click like that so quickly?
But we spent so much time together off the field. So we was doing double duty. When you kicking it off the field and then on the field, that time it catches up fast. So, like, literally, we was after practice. I mean, not like right after normal practice. We were going home, but like short days, getting ready before the
lunch breaks,
play, lunch breaks, whatever, man. We was, get into town. We going to eat, going to the mall. A lot of teams do that, but we spend a lot of time just politicking together, man, and learning each other, learning that, we couldn't be defensive about certain shit. We're going to fry each other up. We talk to you about getting better. You take it and get better.
And then sometimes it's just a group of guys. Like, you strike gold.
Yeah.
Like, damn, we got these group of guys. They mesh like this. You would think they already knew each other. Like, just, that don't happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? It just don't happen all the time. So I think they just struck gold with the group of guys. You see, a lot of those guys, we still fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? So you strike gold, man. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss, and with us, shit, they hit right there.
I was thinking, like, it kind of involves a little bit of luck because anyone can go out and hang out, but like, you gotta for real like each other.
Nah, for real.
And the fact that like you guys are all still locked in shows that like there's a little luck. You can't predict if someone's gonna be friends.
Yeah.
But
we had a good
struck
chance
gold
of
with it.
like ages. Like, we had an OG Ware, he came in and helped Vaughn a lot. Lee was the oldest in the secondary. He had a lot of experiences that he gave us, being with the Patriots, being with Tampa Bay. I had only been with the Browns. Chris younger than both of us, and then we had young Rogue coming into the young bull. So
and Stu trying to make
had to stay on him like a big brother. And then we was kind of like molding him at the same time. And then Stu was the calm guy. We had Raheem, who was a great player before, but still came in and kind of brought a calmness to us. Like, I'm riled up all the time, right? Stu was very calm. And then, all that pieces between Danny Trey and B. Marsh, we had that on defense. And then they had that same kind of thing on offense with DT and E and Peyton being, the OG and everything. CJ, Ronnie was younger at the time. So it was definitely a mix. And then you need those pieces that do things like Norwood or Cody Latimer that are special on special teams and make big plays. Omar Bowden, Benny, Like you said, it's a little bit of luck in there.
Yeah. I feel like Stu doesn't really get his flowers.
Yeah. Because he's so quiet, man. He is.
He don't got social media. He ain't got no IG and all that. So,
what did he do for you?
Man, Stu was like, he relieved me a lot of stuff. Like having to be a lot of times at the safety, having to be the enforcer, having to be the cover guy, having to be, you know, everything in one safety where I was like, hey, man, I could just give some of this responsibility to Stu, and I don't have to do everything. Brute, too, man. Brute was like the dime for us, and we was talking about that. Me and Lee were always talking about everything. But, like, him in certain situations was a lot better than me at the dime, or him being back on this situation and I go to dime was a lot better for the defense. And it wasn't just, like, the position, it was the timing. It could be third and short, third and long, or blitzing down, or anything like that where we just switched and we were all smart enough to handle the responsibility.
It's funny. I always just, anytime you talk to him, it's that same, like, Alabama Southern draw, same, like, slow. You just never change the way you talk.
Yeah, Stu was play that lumber.
If Stu had an IG, if Stu had an IG, he'd get more love.
For sure.
You just forget about him because you don't see his ass. You know what I'm saying? Get your IG, Stu. That's what you need to do. Get
Stu
your IG.
got IG. He's Bama bread, I think 24.
Oh, yeah, he do got IG.
Yeah, but he don't be on it.
Yeah, he don't be active on that
on it. Yeah, it's that he got an IG, but Stu, like you said, he country, just chilling.
Yeah, Stu be golfing every day,
got his family.
Stu be on that golf course golfing every day.
Yeah, he do be golfing.
But he definitely was a integral part, man. Hey, like Bub said, them three safeties gonna always move around. Stu be in that post, he'll go guard, and he gonna bring that fire. It was competition, bro. Hey, I used to play that outside leverage man, bro. I used to invite them boys. Go ahead. I'm gonna try to undercut. If I don't undercut, go ahead. I promise you, bro. You're gonna get touched in there. Go ahead. So we had two hard hitting ass safeties, man, and that was just part of our identity, bro. It was strap, it was interceptions, and you was gonna get your ass hit too. You know what I'm saying? On top of all that, so Stu was definitely part of just the attitude of our secondary for sure.
What do you guys think that the attitude of this team will be in this offseason? Kind of feeling like they might have had this taken from them.
I think they have a great offseason, man. Just the confidence is there, and you bringing back the bulk of the team. You know what I'm saying? So confidence is everything, man. When you go into that year and you feel like we can do something, you usually do it. If you go into it, you feeling like, man, we ain't really that good of a team, you probably ain't gonna be that good of a team. They gonna go in feeling like we can win the fucking chip. Like, our time is right now to win this chip. We ain't gonna have this defense forever. They gonna go into it very, very confident and shit. Now I think it's time that they bring in that one number one wideout, like that one big time wideout guy. He'll have all off season to get that camaraderie right with the guys. They do that, man. I think they there.
It's gonna be a redemption year for them. Kind of like the year when we first got here, we thought we was going to the chip that first year. We lost first round at home. And the next year, it was like, nah. Yeah, like Lee said, it's a limited time, man, not for long. Guys leaving every day, every season. So I know they're going to come here with a chip on their shoulder, knowing how great they can be, and there's still some meat on that bone. So I'm excited. They're going to be better than last year, I think.
Love it. You starting to like this media stuff?
Man, I love it, man. I get to talk trash, give my perspective instead of just sitting in TV talking about he don't know what he's talking about. I get to hop on and let him know what I know.
Exactly.
With my dog half the time. So, we team weights again. And, I love it, man. I love media role. This is probably one of the best parts of the Super Bowl is being in this building, everybody just floating around. Hey, it's good to see you. I got to go.
Right.
So,
right.
Man, I love it. It's dope.
Why didn't you bring your ring?
Man, my shit is in a trophy case, bro. I gotta go find the keys and whoop, whoop. It's like on display in my trophy case, so I always forget it. Yeah. I always forget it, man.
I usually forget mine too. I ain't gonna hold you, but I had it set out this year because it's always in a safe, and you be packing, and next thing you know, you heading to the flight.
Right. Damn, I leave it every time, bro.
You gotta remind people though, because there's all these legends walking around, but not all of them have one of those.
Nah, they know though.
Yeah, they know.
They know what time it is.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just extra. What's up, brother?
It's a good conversation starter. It's a lot of networking going on at these events and stuff. So, but you in the football, like Lee said, you know I'm a champ. Especially Lee, he well known.
We had a nickname. Shit, they know.
For sure.
There it is.
Yep.
There's 2 fits to the no. I don't know if 2 fits.
We like 2, 3, 2, 6, 7.
No.
Yeah.
We was deep.
Love it.
Oh,
Hey,
no lie zone. Nah, I'm tripping. I thought
No
you were
fly
talking
zone.
Oh, no
fly
fly
zone.
zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
No fly zone. My bad. All right.
My
Appreciate
guy,
you,
man.
bro.
I
Hey,
see
thank
y'all in
you,
a
brother.
bit, man. You know.
For sure.
Hey, make sure you watch your safety first, too. I want to get my
Facts.
drop.
Nah, for sure.
I know. I
Appreciate it, baby.
Shout out to our new friends right here over at Huel. These have been super clutch for us this week because when you're out here on Super Bowl Radio Row, sometimes you just forget to eat, which I have done today. And that's why Huel is here for me right now to save my hunger, losing energy, end of the day here on Radio Row. But we got a big show to bring to you, and we've got Huel. So if you're looking to try to accomplish your goals, you might already be a month late of starting, but if you're someone who's always on the go and you need nutrition ready to drink, Huel is for you. You got 35 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber, and 27 essential vitamins and minerals in one of these Black Edition Huels. So check them out, and you can actually get 15% off online with code NLZ. That's a limited time offer to get Huel today for 15% off online with code NLZ at huel.com/NLZ. New customers only. Thank you to Huel for partnering and supporting our show and supporting the No Lie Zone. If you're a busy person, this is an absolute game changer. Before we get to our next awesome interview, I got to give a shout out to our friends, our presenting sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Football's biggest game is right around the corner, and you can get in on all the action with Underdog. And if you're not on Underdog yet, first of all, you're missing out. But second of all, you're in luck because you can get $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. And I'm going to give you guys a little play that I think could be a good one this week. We are going higher on Sam Darnold passing yards, which is set at 229.5 passing yards. We are going to go lower on Drake May, which is set at 222.5 passing yards. And we are going to go higher on Stephon Diggs of 50.5 receiving yards. I got a good feeling about that one, but whether you're going with me, which I think is going to be a lot of fun, or you're going with your own, make sure you do it over at Underdog Fantasy. And make sure you use the code NLZ once again to unlock $75 in free fantasy bonus entries when you use a $5 fantasy bonus entry. Get over there, check it out, have a lot of fun with our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. I know I will be for the big game this weekend. All right, another Super Bowl 50 champion joining us here, CJ Anderson. Y'all went to 2 Super Bowls together.
We did.
Yeah, bro.
We did.
Should have won
We
that
did.
second one, cuz.
Damn sure should have.
Needed that.
CJ, what's it like kind of being back here, seeing guys like Aqib, Vaughn, all these guys bouncing around?
Nah, it's cool. I mean, I still keep in touch with him.
Yep.
I still holler at him. We seeing funny ass jokes, especially when he's snapping on Jay Gruden ass while being honest. But nah, even with Vaughn, right? Like I said, like earlier when I was talking to y'all earlier, like the biggest memory I got is the team. Like we was tight. We was together every day. Like, and it wasn't separate. With no offense, defense, we was together. So that's the big thing about it.
Hell yeah. What you got going now? You coaching something? Where you at?
Yeah, so I'm at Benicia, which is like 40 minutes away from here, man, at the high school ranks. Get back in the college ranks here. I had to go back and get my degree, right, and grab that so I can get back into college. But you know me, man, I'm a ball junkie.
Right.
And I love the film work, student of the game, right? Want to be a play caller, want to be a college head coach one day. So just grinding my way up, man. You know, nothing easy,
Right.
but grinding my way up.
Yeah, man. We be talking about it on the arena. We always talking about these black OC, these black coaches, you know what I'm saying, getting their chance. I'm telling you, CJ is a smart guy, no ball, man. Watch. He's gonna be one of them guys who work his way up in them ranks. Before you know it, I'm telling you, watch, CJ Anderson.
Yeah, I'm gonna be ready to go.
What have you learned kind of about that world right now in terms of like play calling and stuff, which obviously was new to you coming out?
So it's crazy. So when I retired and once I wanted to get into coaching, obviously I hit my guy 18 up. You know, he's sending you voice text messages. So I still got the voice text message, being a play caller from a protection standpoint. And you got to know that, right? Because obviously what the defense doing, what they do on their side of the ball, right? Certain blitzes have certain coverages, right? You got to have answers for those, whether it's hot answers, whether it's picking up the blitz, finding those windows and doing those things in fire zones and different things. So that's kind of how I'm getting my practice now since I've been coaching high school, a little bit of college. That's kind of how it's been going now, like calling it from from a protection standpoint, giving our quarterback answers and then letting our playmakers make plays.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So let's get to the game, man. How you feeling? How you feeling about this game, man? Who you liking?
If I'm honest, I know Seattle got the better team.
Yeah.
But New England better coached. Don't get me wrong, though. I fuck with Clint. It's my dog. I seen him grow up in the game, but New England, man, like when it comes to situational football, like Braves own that. I was telling somebody the other day, like when Braves made the dude jump off sides when he was in Tennessee and a 4-minute drill to stop the clock and get the ball back so they can go back and win it. It's just things that he learned from Bill. And, I know Bill didn't make first ballot. I know that's tripping, but it's just things that he learned from Bill that you play with Bill, just things that you got that you just take. And I just think that's where the edge is going to be. Like, both teams are complete. They can score on special teams. They can play defense, right? They can have explosive offenses, but New England going to be tough, bro. They don't really beat themselves. And, right, they kind of like, when I'm listening to them, they kind of remind us of us, underdog.
I'm telling you.
Right, they like, oh, y'all really don't believe in us?
I'm telling you.
We gonna snap. So that's what I'm
flying
seeing.
under the radar.
Yeah. Right? They just
4.5 point underdog.
Underdog. Nobody believe in them. Nobody think they can play. They gonna play their ass off this Sunday though. But I got New England. I think New England do it. But don't get it twisted. Seattle can score, so that's gonna be the fun part about it. And Seattle D is solid, but McDaniels, bro, like players make plays. The game always gonna be about us. But McDaniels is an X factor. He know it. He been doing it. And you giving him 2 weeks, he gonna put it in the right spots.
I think it's gonna be this. It's gonna be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I played against McDaniels in the Super Bowl. Everything was outbreaking. You don't never see the Patriots, everything outbreaking. Our Super Bowl, go watch that game. Everything outbreaking because he had film junkies like myself. We're not going to come do exactly what you think we're going to do. So that's how Julian won the MVP that game. I mean, he didn't even really like kill us.
No.
Like, he ain't scored no touchdowns.
Right.
Man. You feel me? He won the MVP. I think he had 100 yards. But he was catching those passes because it was faking what they was going to do. Everything is opposite of what they did to get there. So,
as I've kind of talked to you, more and more of you guys, especially after your careers, that word film junkie comes up a lot. Film junkie. Peyton Manning was on that team. Did you realize at that time while y'all were playing together that like this team really knows ball at like a different level than our opponents?
We definitely did, bro. We had Wade, we had Joe Woods. Joe Woods don't get a lot of credit. Every time you talk about no-fly zone, right, you don't never really say Joe Woods. Joe used to have us locked in, ready to go. Like, we come in that bitch Wednesday, all right, y'all, whoop, 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 this the shit that we got to stop. Like, he used to just have it laid out for us, used to make it easy for us, so. And then we know we gonna go home and watch ourselves. Man, we knew we was more prepared than a lot of teams.
And our side was no different. I mean, when you play with 18, you better know what to do because he gonna change it up. He even got Coob to get on his audibles and change things up as we got to do. But like Lee said, like we used to come in for practice and couldn't wait till the film uploaded. We watching iPads in the locker.
I'm telling you.
In our locker room on our side. You know what I'm saying? Like that film junkie was being prepared is how we put ourselves in positions to be where we are now, and that's the best. People don't understand. These kids don't understand. I try to tell them now, like, that's going to be the X factor of the game. All y'all going to be talented, bro, when you get there. That's going to separate yourself is knowing your opponent.
That's what it's going to come down to.
Knowing that blueprint, knowing what you're doing.
So CJ, I was talking to CJ earlier. He said that his favorite part of that season was just watching you guys work.
Oh, bro. Hands down, bro. Like, I was telling them a year prior, 2 years prior, when y'all was coming to us, like, y'all knew we was going to score, y'all know, because we was lighting it up.
Right.
I told them, I was like, bro, it was not a game I was like, our defense not going to win the game, bro. They going to score every possession. Our defense scored first 8 weeks of the season. Like, pick six, strip sacks. Like, I'm talking in the end zone. They getting in the end zone. They just not turning the ball over. They getting in the end zone.
Nah, it was crazy, man.
It was fun watching y'all.
It was crazy, man. The guys we had, it was full of playmakers, a fucking ultra-prepared DC, and it was rolling, man. That momentum, it was rolling. It kind of started in April. We used to line up and do our walkthroughs like, bruh, how we can't win the chip with this? Like, every level, bro, from Malik and Wolf and them down there, D-Ware and Vaughn on the edge to to Danny Trey and B. Marsh right here, TJ and Stu, me and Chris on the corners, Young Robe is the fifth. Like, come on, bro. We used to look around like, bro, how we should be able to dominate with this shit. If we lock in, if we be prepared and shit. Everybody was on the same page, man. Everybody was locked in.
And then kind of like I told you, like when I first came in the league, vets, I bet you that's what Roby felt. Vets. So the standard is what it is.
Oh, we used to be on Roby ass.
And they set that, right? And that's
we used
how
to be
I
on
remember when I was
ass.
young, that was Peyton, right? That was No Sean. That was them for me. Like, bro, this is the standard and this is what it is. So I can imagine, right? Like when you come in as a rook on that team, you like, man, I better lock in. I better get on because that's what your vets is doing. So it was fun watching them work. I tell everybody that time, like, that was the best part of the season. I know I had the snow game touchdown and ran over Luke Kuechly. Bro, watching our defense every drive, where, like, we supposed to be doing adjustments. Bro, we ain't doing no adjustments.
Nah.
We watching them. Like, we know they're going to get the ball back short field, right? Or they going to score. Like, bro, the Raiders, right? We in the game with the Raiders.
Nah, I'm telling you.
Chris Harris, pick 6.
Yeah, Peyton won. It wasn't no 50 touchdown type season for Peyton. So we was doing a lot of defense and a lot of toting, bro.
Yep.
We was giving that pill to CJ. Hey, tote this pill, CJ. We gonna play some defense, bro. And shit, that's what's one of. Look at the Super Bowl. That's what won us the chip, bro. I had 100 in the chip, right?
Yeah, 194 total yards. I had 100 of it by myself.
I'm telling you, you had 100 in the tutty in the chip, man. Good defense, run that ball.
Last one I have for you both. What was the biggest difference between the Broncos team you had that won it and the Rams team that came up a little short?
That's a good question. I got some personal stuff, but
if I'm being honest, I would say. Let me see how I want to say it.
Yeah, you said you could be honest. It's a no-lie zone.
Yeah, it's the no-lie zone. So I'm seeing how I want to say it. I really feel like our offense, Sean and our offense just came out a little friendly, man. Like, you talking to Bill and, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that before the game, hey, man, I
agree.
Look up to you. And then, like the players, we could hear that. We see that. Like, just, that ain't how we came out Super Bowl 50. Super Bowl 50, look, the dudes who played with TJ at Oregon, they was like, TJ before the game. The players, right? Jonathan Stewart, like, as we warming up, TJ took one step over. I said, Bub, we ain't on that frilly shit, bro. TJ, stop. Fuck them. Them his partners. Them his friends. He stopped. Hey, fuck it. We was like angry. We was like, our vibe was different on that team than it was. It wasn't like the Rams wasn't an angry, mad ass, we finna beat the bullies. The energy was different. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was to me. That's what that's everything to me. So, and we came out and shit, they shut us down on offense. I thought we played solid on defense. They shut us down on offense. They made the play late on offense and won the game on us. So,
yeah, I mean, from my point of view, so I can say this now, it's years later. Sean told me he wasn't really going to play. I didn't play a lot. So Sean told me he wasn't going to play me a lot, which I'm not saying I was the X factor. Obviously, I had a big factor of why we made it. My ass was snapping in the playoffs. But I remember the week of practice. The week in practice in Atlanta, right? Obviously, they practicing on the other side. And we changing shit. Like, we changing little things, like big portions of our game plan because what Bill and them was doing and what might come out, right? Like, we went into halftime because it was so much man-to-man. They came out and played quarters on us damn near all day. Only play man-to-man on third down, right? So at halftime, we changed the shit, but I remember us changing shit during the week. Compared to my other 2 Super Bowl appearances, we didn't do that shit. So I just felt like we was really unprepared, right? And I mean, Sean said it at the end of the game, he got out-coached, but I felt like we was unprepared. Like, but I remember telling him that because I played New England so many times up to that point. I remember telling Sean, Yard, Zach Taylor, I'm like, bruh, what y'all seeing on this tape, you ain't gonna see this in 2 weeks. I'm telling y'all that right now. So they played a bunch of quarters on us. We had a bunch of man beaters. That was kind of on our end. We were just a little unprepared, and then he right. As an offense, we was on that friendly shit. Like, we getting tackled in the backfield, Sullivan, and they out there tapping, branching them in. Like, fuck them. I'm in the huddle like, fuck them, but just a different mentality, different team.
That's how I felt about it.
I love it. Appreciate you, CJ.
Nah, always, big dog.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, you know it's good.
Good to see you, my boy.
Same, family.
All right, you mentioned it a little bit with TJ, but I'm with you on this idea that we're like one dynamic weapon away from making this offense pop. Where are we going to find that?
But this is my theory. I don't know if it's going to happen because I was with Ian Rappaport last night, and he told me that it's not going to happen, right? Cowboys is going to franchise tag Pickens.
Yeah.
We go offer him and give him what we got, the 28th pick?
Yep.
Go offer him higher than what they going to offer him because they really can't have $200 million receivers. They could tag him and you know, kind of string him along, but I don't think they're going to have $200 million receivers. They going to tag him. We go offer him. They don't match the offer. Get him that 28th pick. Why we care?
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We one guy away, right? Let's go get him.
I love that idea.
Hey, man. Hey, he'll change the game in Denver.
Someone's got to get in his ear. Maybe it's you.
Yeah, hey,
like,
hey,
hey,
George.
why-
Hey, I'm telling you, hey.
Why are you in the shadows with CD, bro?
Hey,
You can
man.
be a star in
I
Denver.
love George in Dallas, but I love George in Denver even better.
Yeah. What about the like Justin Jefferson?
Yeah. That's another one. That's another one who want to get out of Minnesota. It seemed like he want to get out of there. May get traded, but I don't really know where. That's a totally different situation because you got to trade for him.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. And if you trade for a guy like Justin Jefferson, shit, what we gonna get him?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably 2 firsts.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
So
some.
you get George, you don't got it. You just want first.
Yeah. I mean, that would be ideal. But I love this idea of, also, here's the other one. This is real conspiracy. So they need a GM. They have connections to George Payton. Give George Payton
I heard about
for
that
Justin
too.
Jefferson.
I heard about that too. You know what I'm saying? I like George, man. I hope
Yeah, I
he
like
stay
him
with
too.
us,
I
man.
like
George, I know he got the Minnesota ties. But man, come on, George. It's Peyton and Peyton, baby. Come on, man. We got to keep that thing popping. It's been popping. I don't like to lose pieces of the puzzle when it's popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
facts.
I'd love to see George stay.
They'd have to trade for him anyway because he's under contract.
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm with you, and I hope that, and I think Sean Payton is probably with us. Like, I just need
But
this
Ian,
one.
I was talking to Ian Rappaport about this last night. I'm like, so no way the Broncos get that late pick. He like, no. I'm like, bro, how? Well, I mean, you know, Ian Rappaport know a lot. He know what's going on. So
He does.
we
He
shouldn't
does.
get our hopes up, I
Well,
guess.
and I don't know exactly. So is he a restricted free agent? I don't know how all that works.
I don't think so. I think it just,
because they want to tag him.
if you restrict it, then they could put like the lower tags on you. Now he gonna
Yeah.
get the franchise tag. He gonna
Right,
get the big
full
tag.
franchise
Yeah.
tag, yeah.
He gonna
But
get
then
the
I don't
real
know if-
tag.
I don't know if you can do this
And
pick swap thing with the franchise tag.
I think he may be too old. What year is this for him?
for Pickens, 5.
Yeah, I think he too old to be like restricted and all that. That's like year 3 and 4 when
Okay.
you're younger. You know what I'm saying? I think he unrestricted, if I'm not mistaken.
That would be fire. They got to figure something out. I like a couple guys in the draft, but having that known commodity. is
Man,
just
you need
different.
that known fear factor. You bring him in, Sutton gonna score 14 touchdowns. Simple as that.
Yeah.
He gonna score what he scored 9 to 11. He's gonna get all the doubles. Sutton gonna score 14 touchdowns. It's gonna be dangerous.
I love it. All right, before we get out of here, we got to talk a little bit about this Super Bowl, even though the Broncos should be here. We're going to do it through the lens of our friends over at Underdog with a little game of higher or lower. So let's start with these quarterbacks, Aqib, and we'll kind of get an idea of how you think this game is going to shape up.
Okay.
Sam Darnold, higher or lower than 229.5 passing yards?
229, I'm going higher.
So you think they're going to be able to move that thing?
Yeah, I mean 229. It's not 329. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he right around there 230, 240. I think they're gonna throw the ball around.
All right. Drake May's right around there, 222.5.
Same. I'm going higher.
Dang. So this you're thinking that there's going to be a little bit of offense going on?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good offense. It's gonna be good offense. It's some plays gonna be made in this game for sure.
Let's do the receivers here. JSN, 94.5 receiving yards.
JSN, I'm going to go lower.
Okay.
I think Vrabel come with a great plan, a double team, a Bill Belichick type plan that say JSN cannot beat us. So I think he end up with like 60, 70, but lower. He ain't going to touch no 100.
Diggs, higher or lower, 45.5 receiving yards.
Diggs be right around there. That's almost right around where he be at. So I give him higher. He'll be right around 60 yards.
I'll go higher as well. I think this is probably a game where May's going to be looking his way a lot. That's his trusted guy. And
Exactly.
I think that maybe
What about JSN, though?
I'm going to go lower on JSN. I think he could still have a great impact on the game.
Exactly.
With like 84 yards
Exactly.
and a touchdown.
Yep.
But as much as Kubiak's going to move him around, and he did an amazing job of that in the last game, you can't do that on every play. Like, you're going to have to go up against Christian Gonzalez.
He'll be in the slot 10 to 15 plays.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'll go higher on Diggs. And then let's finish here with the running backs. Kenneth Walker, higher or lower, 74.5.
Kenneth Walker, I'm going to go lower. I think he end up about 60-something or close to that 70. But Patriots going to stop that run.
Yeah. And those defensive linemen are going to be fired up.
Yeah, they're going to be fired up. They're going to be ready to go.
All right, last one is Stevenson, and he is set at, let me see here, 50.5.
50.5 for Stevenson? I like him to go over that. I like him to be at about 60 as well. So I go higher. I like him to go higher than that.
Young quarterback, first Super Bowl, has not played all that well in the playoffs. They're going to lean on that big back.
They definitely going to lean on him.
All right, how do you see the game shaking out in the end?
Man, I think it's going to be some points scored, both sides. Plays made, both sides. I don't think it's going to be as lopsided as everybody else think. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think the Patriots win the game.
Wow. I think you're the first person I've heard say that.
They kind of got that Denver Carolina feel to it, man. They was the 15-1, had the MVP, and they was blowing everybody out. They blew out the Cardinals before us in the NFC chip. They blew out everybody in the divisional, and they was whooping everything. And it was like, they got a broke down Peyton. We just wasn't getting a lot of love. And I thought we was the better coached football team. And I think that the Patriots may be the better coached football team. I love Koob, but I mean, Koob and Josh.
Yeah.
It's Koob and Josh. I mean, I got to get an edge. As much as I love Koob, I got to get an edge to Josh just because he done it so many times. You know what I'm saying? So, Vrave, McDonald, I got to get an edge to Vrave. So, I just think they're a better coached football team, man. And I think that's going to play a major part in this Super Bowl preparation. Them boys going to be ready to play.
All right. It's very rare that we're this far apart on something. But I think the Seahawks blow them out.
Oh, man. See, hey, that's what everybody's saying. Everybody think that.
I'm seeing like 28-10.
Oh, golly. That's an ass beating.
Yeah.
That's an ass beating. Shit, 28-10?
From a viewing standpoint, I hope I'm wrong. I hope you're right. Although I do not want the Patriots to win. But they never wrote me any checks.
Hey, man. It is what it is. I'm going to call it how I see it.
Facts. All right. That's going to wrap it up from a very special edition of the No Lie Zone here from Radio Row. This was awesome. Shout out to Vaughn. Shout out to MP. Shout out to CJ. Shout out to TJ for joining us.
My guys. Appreciate y'all, boys.
Yeah, star-studded cast. This has been awesome. Appreciate you coming through and,
yes, sir.
Getting it popping over here.
For sure, man. I try, man. I'm tired now, man. I got to go lay down for a little bit.
All right, there it is. No Lie Zone from Radio Row. Appreciate y'all for watching. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy for presenting the show. And we will see you guys next week.